Hey guys, and welcome to another lookout video. This time there are two of us, with me down here and Demian up there.
Hey guys, what's up? Today we are going over the ban list. The ban list just dropped yesterday, and yeah, we have a lot of things to talk. And I called Ivan here to help me. He's our best player, so he's gonna give you some professional insight on it.
Yeah, professional insight. I'm gonna probably be very scandalous and say something to offend other people, and after that, yeah, we're going to, I don't know, talk about stuff. So let's dive in. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, yeah. So you start first with.
Okay, let's go with Unrelenting Assault Trunks and his banation that happened. I believe that it's okay. I mean, we should have expected that Gojira, Cell, and Icarus are going to get an axe in some kind of capacity. And Gojira cannot be banned as a leader because he's not that bad as a leader, not that broken as a leader. But we got some of his main engine pieces uh, taken away. So we have Unrelenting Assault Trunks. I don't care about it, but it's okay because he was a free +1 hand. What do you think?
What do you? Yeah, I agree with that, but I'm also considering like what would meta look like with set 16. Because I've heard some talkings of people moving away from Gogeta Zeno to Trunks leader instead. Do you think that, considering Trunks' engine, that this ban is going to be relevant if you're trying to play Gogeta engine in the newest Trunks leader?
Well, I believe that the Trunks leader can play the Gogeta engine as any other good black leader, but Trunks
Yeah.
is now the second best black leader. And although I mean, he can. Gogeta still warps and he can put all of the Gokus and Vegetas in the warp pretty quickly. Now it just cannot plus from the Trunkses because I've been playing against a guy who just, I don't know, he warped two Trunkses and then had +2 cards in hand, got the materials in the warp and played War in the Dark Empire on turn 1 and smacked me in the face because he was playing second. I was at 5 lives when starting turn 2, and still he has a lot of cards to defend himself. Trunks does it slower, but Trunks cannot be in any way overseen because he's more like a mid-range type of build.
Yeah, yeah. I'll dive into the next card because I'm really not like feeling this one, man. I'm really not feeling this one. So next band is full shrouded in mystery, and I'm in that camp which is like this shouldn't have been banned. Like if you ask me, like yeah, it sucks for you as an opponent where someone plays it, but realistically you played it what in yellow, which could extend the game like to turns 6, 7 easily. And now when yellow got a bit nerfed, you can play it in what in blue, and like that's it. Like people are saying like, oh yeah, it's hard to counter, but like it's one card, and with the newest red engine, if we even see a more aggressive meta, I really don't feel this one, man. I think that like yeah, you could probably beat your opponents now by turn 6, depending what you're playing against, of course.
Yeah, I think that we're in the same camp and we're going to bake s'mores and drink dragon beer or something like that. The thing is that all of the crybabies with Fu, and I get the arguments against them, but what's the preferred style of play for people? What, they want to tap out on turn 5 or 6 and not have any ramifications for their actions? He was a card that basically could enter any deck and can be a finisher for every deck, like a second or a third secret rare type card. And I believe that for better or for worse, he was a good game ender. I mean, the game should not be that long. You have a match that's supposed to last for what, like an hour? And what do you want to do? You want to play game one till turn 15 and be like, oh yeah, yeah, now we're gonna play. Come on. I mean, you should have people didn't play two or three of them in the deck. They played one of them. Yeah, yellow could have played him more easily. There are not a lot of counters. I get it all. But if you know that the opponent has that card, what do you want to do? Tap out in turn 6 and just hope for the best? No, you should prepare. If you want to play the long game, you prepare against even that card. You can't play set 2 Zamasu and expect to win every time. Yeah, I don't know. This card should not have been banned in any way, but I get that it's some people have problems with it. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. Dear viewers, if you thought that he's frustrated with this card, wait until now. We're gonna talk about Cell Surge being banned.
The inhumanity. Yeah, I'm kind of sad because of this one. I've been playing Cell Surge for a year and something right now as the resident hand destruction player from our country and maybe a little bit wider. I am sad because of it, but it kind of makes sense. The search concept was too strong, and since they didn't actually continue with the search concept in the future releases, we've seen that maybe it was too strong. But we now in the new set we have a new search concept with the Trunks and Vegeta leader with the blue Goku leader that stacks cards underneath him, and he gains some advantages. But the Surge leaders were too strong. The argument of Bandai that this does not generate interactable play, okay, but you should have some passive leaders. It's all right. uh, I'm actually not for that. I'm not in the camp of adding Ribriand to only green leaders, and green is shafted constantly and green is not a good color. And whatever I success ever had was with some type of green smidge of a leader or a green deck. Green is a good. It always kind of like is on the verge of something, but it's never that. But yellow and blue get all of the good stuff, and red and black. Green is kind of like always the second fiddle. Whoever complains about green decks is probably the guy at locals who's constantly getting shafted by gatekeeper decks. I mean, if you can't play around dormant or you can't play around, I don't know, green stuff, then maybe you just have to adapt your playstyle a little bit. I'm sad about Cell, but I also kind of expected that it's not going to go well for him. He was and he is still dear to my heart, as is Invoker, and we've seen that the ninth set from all of this is one of the strongest sets that was ever printed.
Yeah.
What do you think about Cell?
Well, okay. So, yeah, I agree with you that like green overall is pretty bad. As a resident green player who got suckered into the game when people like, hey, green was very good, and you know there's King Cold. It's a sign of great things to come. You should start with King Cold. Yeah, I absolutely feel it. But when it comes to Cell, and well, in my predictions video, I said that I don't think that it's gonna be banned, and honestly, I don't think that it should have been banned. I agree with Bandai's reasoning that it's a non-interactive leader. Yes, okay, but I believe that Cell is still a bigger problem in a best of one format, because Excel has a lot of counterplays that you can just side them in best of three. I mean, when we look at tournament results, we can see that Cell is always performing best in best of one format. In best of three, people aren't talking about it as much. But okay, yes, I get it. You can sideboard, you can beat him. But I think with this new role that's being tested, um, then it just kind of kills cells in best of one anyway. So if it gets voted in, so to say, there really wasn't much reason to ban the leader. It's
Yeah, but the
a
thing is that
plan.
Cell is really pilot dependent, and I know that after people side a couple of cards against hand destruction, you literally just change the pace of your whole strategy, and that is to concentrate on the Cell's Kamehamehas on random discard, and yeah, you can hit a Dabura or whatever, but you actually concentrate on drawing of out advantaging your opponent. So you kind of are the perfect hand destruction machine in game one, and then in game two you have to literally shift your gears to something else. And based on the matchup, you kind of sometimes have to play a turn behind even, and that is also okay. It's harder for you the second game, but you have the random discard effect that is much more powerful, and you have Dark Power Black Saiyan that actually regulates the Daburas and regulates every other hand destruction anti-hand destruction card. But it's all on the pilot. It can kind of produce a cancerous, let's say cancerous, I don't like these terms,
It's a
games.
toxic matchup. It's yeah,
Yes.
it can produce a that's the community echo, and I absolutely, as someone who lost to this deck numerous times, I absolutely agree. It can lead to very feels bad matchups where you just sit and don't do anything, and then Cell beats you.
Yeah,
So
I mean, but that's also an argument against players who just constantly just want to be productive. So
yeah,
you have to as well think about not letting Cell have any advantage. I was beaten by at the Nationals this year. I was beaten by a guy who was playing Red Broly BR, and he actually put me in a corner and beat me because I did not use my cell 9 drops to awaken myself because I was expecting him to smack me around all of the time. But he literally just built the board and did nothing until I just couldn't do anything because my deck just stopped working at one point and he just overran me. So you have to deny cell the resources.
yeah.
But yeah.
Well, for the banned cards, now there is one card that was limited to one, and that's the only one that I got correctly in my predictions, and that's Power of the Super Saiyan limited to one. And yeah, this hurts a lot. This really hurts a lot. But I think this card was too powerful. It was too powerful, of course, because of the special rare version. Like banning it, it's tricky. It might get reprinted as a winner card or something. Fine. And as I said, if you cannot ban it, and if putting a limit to one, like on its ability, is pointless. So I think this was a good call. This is going to this should have slowed down yellow decks a bit when it comes to resting stuff and then getting all of your payoffs. But we'll see what it looks like now that we get Black's Kamehameha. But that's a certainly less powerful card than this, which is just like for free, rest, draw a card, play your Putin, play your Bergamo. Yeah, I think it's a good call. I
Yeah,
think that
it is.
Yellow needed this. Yeah.
Yeah, the thing about it is that yellow is kind of like one of the colors that literally plays 5 to 7 secret rares, so all of them are limited to one. And the power of a Super Saiyan is an enormously powerful card, which is okay. We get it. You like yellow, Bandai. Whoever works there likes yellow. Doesn't like green, evidently. The thing that happened here is that Putin should have been banned.
Yeah.
Because the power of a Super Saiyan is not one of the Putin enablers, it's robotic riposte. And I'm not saying that riposte should be banned, but riposte is one of the cards where you defend an attack and whatever opponent does, if he taps, you're putting him in a position where you just play a Putin just because you negated the first attack. And the power of a Super Saiyan was just you had the maneuverability. You have one open energy. The opponent is attacking. If he attacks with the leader, you're going to tap the Unison. If he attacks with the Unison, you're going to tap the battle card. Then you're going to play the Poutine. And after all of that combat goes away, after you drew your cards, whatever the hell happened, or whatever the hell happened, you have the situation where, oh yeah, the next attack, I'm just gonna negate it with a riposte. I mean, come on, your
Yeah.
opponent can't do anything. And now in the combination with the new Trunks card, the barrier blocker one, who's like the net transgender one, who taps whatever. So the
Yeah.
opponent will basically, whatever he does and plays, he's going to get 2 cards tapped just because you exist on the board. Come on, Putin
Yeah.
should have been banned.
Yeah. Yeah. Yellow is, and with Putin and everything, it's a hot topic right now, definitely. But that's all for Banned and Limited. We had some errata, and our local prophet who isn't with us in this video, our Nostradamus, who whatever he plays gets hit, predicted this as well. Icarus got errata into unplayability, basically. Like, yeah, you cannot really do much with it anymore. You need to pay an energy to draw one, and like, no, you're not gonna start your turn. And I'm like, oh, I want to do something, pay energy to draw. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, you should pay energy. He's basically being transformed into the half monkey, the Bardic the Eliminator. But even that is kind of an okay errata. The main errata that's making him a bit more useless than it should be is the activate battle. That's only during your turn.
Yeah, yeah. So he lost a lot of his advantage, but I think that all of you Icarus players are just gonna recover because Trunks, the new Trunks Vegeta,
Is
is
basically Icarus.
yeah, yeah. So you just transfer your engine to that card and to that leader, and that's basically it.
The only limitation with Trunks is that you cannot have only 4 cards from your engine. You should have what, like 6 to 10. 6 if
Yeah,
you just play the 1 drops, and to 10 depending on everything. The cute interaction with Trunks is that people wanted to play the SS Blue Vegeta evolution to kill all of the opponent's slugs. So the Trunks has a step over slug and to not prevent him from not drawing things. The main thing is that Vegeta cannot be played if the opponent has a slug. Because I don't know if you knew that, but his requirement to be placed is to draw a card. And since you cannot draw a card, you cannot evolve a card over him. That
that's
is awesome.
that's really cool, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's go. Let's go to the next
yeah.
leader. Wait, wait, wait.
No, no,
Oh yeah, we have the true fighting spirit. It's okay that it has unique. So
yeah,
Gojira players, it's okay that the opponent can counter some attacks. It's really okay.
yeah, yeah. This was really garbage when you're playing against a Gogeta Xeno deck, or and he just like slams these guys and you cannot counter. Come on, man! Like that, that's a stupid interaction. It's good that it has unique. It's it's really necessary. It should have had unique in the first place. I mean, but fine, okay.
Yeah, or I don't know what auto the once per turn should have been limit 1 or anything like it, so that it doesn't produce that effect when, oh yeah, I want to counter something, I should discard 3 cards or 2 or whatever. And to be honest, not a lot of them were even played constantly on the board. They're not that required. So if they want to play the Gokus, they're going to play the new 1 drops. They draw a card on entry. So yeah, who gives a damn? They didn't lose anything with it. They just gave the opponent an option to defend himself.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Next is the Black Smoke Dragon,
the
offering.
cigarette smoking black smoke.
Yeah, yeah, the guy who got errata twice now.
Yeah, he's a champion in
Oh,
its own.
oh man, I think this is like, I don't know. I would say that like this is probably just errata, like as Bandai should suggested, laying the groundwork for something else. But like, do I really buy it? I'm not sure, man. I just think they just don't want this card in decks which aren't Dark Demon Realm.
Yeah, it was just for the Mechikaburo leader and whatever else can exist now. And I get it. It should have been leader. It should have been archetype locked from the start. It's not that the card is I don't know what broken, but it enabled Gojira to draw random cards that yeah made the
Yeah,
deck what it is. Mira is an okay unison for Gojira or any other black unison for that matter.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we've seen a lot of Gogeta Xeno decks that got into tops at nationals, which had Mira in it instead. So it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then we have like Demon God Dabura leader. I'll be honest with all of you right away. I don't really care. I think that this entire archetype is like pure garbage. So
We're
yeah,
not gonna spend any more talking about it. I mean,
yeah,
even the awakened side is just ugly. I mean, he's red and has these weird horns. I mean,
yeah.
eat a spaghetti sometimes.
And finally, the controversial somewhat one, the promo Vegeta.
What do you
The
think about it? I don't think anything. I literally didn't care from the start.
Yeah, yeah, I don't care. Like I couldn't see myself playing this deck. I'm not playing this deck anyway, so I'm like, okay, fine, it's a promo leader, whatever. Choose up to one. I don't know. The first time I saw it, I had this pause, like wait, it's up to one, because like it's usually, you choose one and then you get something. So okay, this is a cute interaction, but like for zero draw two, I don't know. I think that like this was bound to be hit at some point.
I mean, come on, even the Vehicle doesn't trigger on him. I mean, he's just a step-by-step ramp leader who does stuff.
No, yeah, I know like some Gogeta BR players might be upset with this, but would you honestly play this leader?
No,
You
I
know?
would literally only play the blue Gogeta if I wanted to play the Gogeta engine and ramp.
Yeah.
Uh, Damian,
Hmm?
what did you want to get banned except Poutine? Because my wish was Soul Striker and it didn't get the axe. It doesn't make any sense anymore, and I think that the main reason is that it's going to be in the collector's edition, and that's why they did not ban it. The deck is stupid. It plays the Kefla, the blue-yellow Kefla better than any deck for now. Although I'm going to try a Zamasu build to try and do something with it. The set 10 Zamasu, not any other Zamasu. But yeah, Soul Striker should have been on the axe.
Yeah, I think yeah, I'm trying to remember. I think that yeah, I wanted Putin banned. I thought like yeah, Putin is too powerful, especially yellow, which can constantly just rest your cards. It's stupid. And I also wanted yeah, I thought that thwarting the Dark Empire was going to be limited to one, but okay, whatever, doesn't matter. They hit Gogeta Zeno enough anyway. But I wanted Soul Striker. I said it. I wanted Soul Striker to get banned, but I'm not on board. If they banned him now, I would be like, okay, whatever, fine. I'm happy that they banned the card. I'm just thinking like, was it the right time to ban it right now? Because like, there is this argument that like, oh, blue doesn't have anything. His Soul Striker is banned. But like, as long as Soul Striker exists, look at the last preset. Blue cards are literally like pack filler. It's
Yeah.
a waste of space because like whatever you open, it's like oh look at this, it's cute, but it's trash because I'm just gonna play Soul Striker instead, And I don't think that it's not that I'm hating on you blue players or Soul Striker or anything. It's just that from game design perspective, I don't think that it's healthy when you have one leader who's just like overshadowing everything else to the point where like when you design cards, it doesn't matter at
No, it
all.
literally doesn't matter. When a new set comes out, you look at the blue cards and you're just thinking, okay, what can enter Soul Striker? And you're not even thinking about the archetypes.
Yeah,
And the new Super Saiyan God Son Goku, the 6 drop, that's like the Deadly Defender variation or
yeah.
whatever. That card is actually perfect for the Goku Ultra Instinct sign from the third set. So you basically defend with him. You negate the attack with a Deflect Barrier card and a triple striker, you can't tap him. But what? The next turn you just evolve him into the 7 drop, bounce all of your opponent's cards to his hand, and you slam to the opponent in what? A triple strike for his death. If you're at 5 energy, when he's on board, a baby can literally win you the game.
So what do you think outside of these things that have like Cell, which has obviously been banned? With the upcoming set, do you think that this ban list is going to shake up the meta at all, or
Yes,
or are we just gonna keep seeing yellow and variations of Gogeta Zeno?
I believe that we will be seeing Gogeta Xeno. At least
Yeah,
until the people get new cards, or at least set 17 doesn't drop. This ban list was literally created to force us to play the new set, and the new set is not bad. But you had the older cards that were better. Now,
yeah,
if you want to play yellow, you have to play Yellow Sin, you have to play Goku Black, you have to play the Trunks, because Trunks is the new best Yellow Saiyan leader. If you want to play green, you're going to play nothing. Uh, I mean, I am going to try and revive Clash Coup or Dredge Coup, but it's a pipe dream. I know. I literally don't want to play King Cole just because I don't want to give money for the secret rare. Because I have any other secret rare that's good in green.
yeah,
Uh, for blue, what shall I play in blue? Soul Striker. I have nothing to play other than Soul Striker. Maybe you can play Vegeta from the start of the deck, and it's funny as a deck, but not meta relevant. From black, you have Gogeta, you have Trunks, whatever else exists in black. And I don't
yeah.
know, red has the new U7. That's going to be a good think King Piccolo is always going to be a good deck, no matter what the ban and the raras are. Red Broly BR is going to be a badass.
Yeah. So we're gonna see some shakeups, but I think that yellow is still going to be like the most dominant color in the game.
I agree with you. And it's not going to be a shakeup, it's literally just going to be a mask change. So you just have a different leader, but the same stuff just repeats itself.
Yeah. So that's it for our Banlist discussion, guys. Hit the like and subscribe button. We are on our way to 500 subscribers when we're gonna have an awesome giveaway. And thanks, Ivan, for jumping in and discussing, giving your professional insight into this ban list. I hope you guys found this helpful. Ivan, do you have something to say to the crowd?
Nothing except thank you for bearing with us and listening to us speak about the things. We have been a day slower than anybody else, but I believe that we said some new things and different things. And if you agree with us, good. If you don't agree with us, good. And we will probably be seeing each other at the Dragon Ball Fest in Vienna. I mean, at the Mödlen, something like that. I'm butchering it right now.
We're on a roll with these last two videos.
Yeah, we are. I mean, I'm kind of hyped because the Polish players are sending their national representation. The Hungarians are having their national representation. So what with the Croats and the Austrians, we have a. It's kind of like a. Yeah, it reminds us of old times, but it's going to be cool. And I would like to see these people live.
Okay, yeah, that's it, guys. See you in the next video.
See ya, guys. See ya.